So, we meet again. Hey, you guys. Dan here. We'll get started at the usual time, 2 o'clock East Coast time. And hope everybody's good. I'm glad you're back. Coming down to the end now. And I thought I'd say hello to everybody while you come into the room. Those of you who have want to type a little hello, like Grant. Hey, Grant. Good to see you. Anybody else there? Yes, Darcy's here. Hi. Hi, Darcy. And Aylin in Mineola. Hi there. And Paige and Amanda are here. Ian and Erica. Great to see you on Friday. Kanan in Turkey. How's Turkey doing today? Rashid and Inesh. So good to see you back. Yaelin and Arda from Palo Alto, and Evan in New Jersey. Lyra, hi Lyra, also in New Jersey. And Madeline, Emily, and Lauren, I see you all. I'm looking right through your screens right now. Gabriel, Maddie, I see you. The Maslowski kids, I see every one of you. And the Markwood crew as well. Molly and Evanston, okay. Abigail and Chester, get your snacks right now. Claire and Connor from Tennessee. Bennett and Billy. Hope everybody's having a good day. Zaina and Zara in California, and Nora and Eloise. Grab a little lunch while you watch me. Molly's here in New Jersey. We're going to get started in about 3 minutes. Oops, I missed that one. Winona. Hi, Winona. Alexandria and Aliyah. Ashlyn in calling me. Okay, Ahan and Asha are here. And tell your friends. We got plenty of room in here. Adi and Abi are here. And Anina and I'm sorry, I missed that one. Luke and Eva. And Leanne is here. We got 2 minutes to go. JJ and Jet, here. Vanya, here. I am here. Teddy and Dylan, keep it up. You too. Stephen and Sophie in Glen Rock, New Jersey. Gianluca, Matteo. I'm so glad to see you're all back again. The Phillips Horde is watching. Joshua, Sophia. We got 2 minutes to go. Okay, Abby, Patrick, Evelyn, and Boca. Okay, Marcus. Hi, Marcus. John V. Here's to you, John V. Okay. Tell me if you're seeing me now. I just saw a message on my screen that said everything paused. Can you see me? Is everything okay now? Is everything back? Hey, O'Connells. Somebody give me a message just saying everything's okay. Hey, Tyler. Billy Sickles, how you doing? And Nora and Levi in Tennessee. There's over 100 of it. Everything's good? Everything's good now? Okay. That was weird. Okay. Prithvi is here. Nathan from Bartlett, Illinois is here. Good. And we have exactly 1 minute to go. Okay. Cheers to you too. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. Everything's good. Whew. I was a little concerned there. These technical things, they're the ones that really throw me. I get really kind of freaked out when suddenly, the computer doesn't work or whatever. I stopped using the computer long. Okay. Sorry about that. I have to, after we're done here. Okay, we got 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go. Okay. All right. Sorry about that interruption. Okay. 10 seconds. All right. You guys ready? I'll take a quick sip. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's go time, baby. Hi, Dan Gutman here. I'm the guy who writes the My Weird School series and lots of other books for kids too. You should check them out. And welcome to number 94 in My Weird Read Aloud. 94. And let's get right to our question of the day, which is from Ahan in Connecticut. And Ahan asked me, are you still in touch with Andrea Young from your school days? And has she read your books? Yes, actually, when I was your age, there was a girl in my class named Andrea Young. She was the smartest kid in the class. And that's how I named the character Andrea Young. And no, I have not been in touch with her. I lost touch with her decades ago. I don't know where she is. Andrea, if you're out there, or if anybody knows Andrea, who went to Mount Vernon School in Newark, New Jersey back in the 60s, shoot me an email, Andrea. And if you were offended at all by me naming the character after you, I apologize about that. And maybe you're even flattered by it. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get to our book of the week, which is Mr. Sunny is Funny. Okay. And we're going to finish this book today, actually. And Mr. Sunny, as you know, is the lifeguard at the beach where AJ and his family are renting a house over the summer. And he's also a sandcastle builder. He loves building sandcastles, and he's really good at it. He builds a gigantic, wonderful sandcastle. And there's a big sandcastle contest that offers a trip to France to the winner. Okay? So that's where we're at today. And also, we also meet Mr. Granite, who becomes the kid's third grade teacher. He's this weird guy who swims from Australia with a shark fin on his back, shows up on the beach and causes all kinds of problems. And we're going to meet him too. And also, Andrea, by the way, is totally in love with Mr. Sunny. Okay? He's a teenager and she's in love with him, but he couldn't care less about her. He only cares about sand. So the guys, AJ and his friends, convince Andrea that if she wants to get the attention of Mr. Sunny, she should pretend to drown. So that's what she does. She swims out, pretends to drown, but then she gets a cramp and she's really drowning. And unfortunately, Mr. Sunny cannot save her because he's dealing with a real shark out in the waters. So AJ is going to have to save her. And that's where we left off yesterday. So now we're going to pick up with chapter 12, which is titled, of course, AJ to the Rescue. You guys ready? Gather around, your big screen TVs, your laptops, your tablets, your smartphones. Let's finish this book. I ran toward the ocean and jumped into the waves. I swam as fast as I could. Finally, I found Andrea under the water. She was heavy. I picked her up and dragged her back to the beach. She was lying in the sand with her eyes closed. And here's a picture of AJ dragging Andrea out of the water and saving her life. That's Jim's picture. Okay. All right. Are you okay? I asked. Andrea wasn't waking up. She can't breathe, yelled Ryan. She needs mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Call Mr. Sunny, I yelled. He's still out there chasing the shark, Michael said. You're going to have to do it, AJ, said Neil, the nude kid. Why me? I asked. You do it. No, you. We went back and forth like that for a while. Andrea was just lying there. Somebody was going to have to do it. So I knelt down next to Andrea and tilted her head back, just like Mr. Sunny showed us. Then I pinched her nostrils shut. Then I leaned over and put my mouth over hers and blew air into it. Ugh, disgusting. I thought I was going to die. Glub, glub, Andrea said. Then she spit out some water and opened her eyes. Ooh, Ryan said. AJ and Andrea were kissing. They must be in love. When are you going to get married? Asked Michael. Arlo, Andrea said. You saved my life. I love you. Here's a picture of Andrea with hearts in her eyes after being rescued by AJ. Ew! I thought you were in love with Mr. Sunny, I said, backing away from her as fast as I could. That creep, Andrea said as she got up. He's way too old. You're the only man for me, Arlo. Oh, beauty, till now I never knew thee. Andrea was talking that Shakespeare talk and putting her arms all over me. "Hey, knock it off," I told her. "Oh, Arlo, Arlo, wherefore art thou, Arlo?" "Will you leave me alone," I said, pushing her away, "and quit talking that Shakespeare talk?" "Good night, sweet prince," Andrea said. "Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow." Andrea grabbed me again and leaned over until her mouth was almost touching mine. She puckered up her lips. Ew, disgusting. Andrea was about to kiss me again. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I had to think fast. "Shark!" I yelled. Everybody looked out at the water. In all the excitement over Andrea drowning, we had forgotten about Mr. Sunny. "Help!" Mr. Sunny yelled. "Help!" Here's a picture of Mr. Sunny. Some lifeguard, huh? "Did Mr. Sunny take acting lessons?" asked Michael. "He's drowning, you fobbing toad-spotted maggot pie," said Andrea. "Oh, snap," Ryan said. "She called you a fobbing toad-spotted maggot pie." "Help! Help!" called Mr. Sunny as his head dipped below the water. "Glub, glub." "Mr. Sunny's a lifeguard," said Neil, the nude kid. "How can he be drowning?" "Maybe he's not a real lifeguard," I said. "Did you ever think of that? Maybe he's a fake lifeguard. Maybe he kidnapped our real lifeguard and is holding him in an underground jail cell on a secret island. Stuff like that happens all the time, you know." But this was not a good time to discuss whether Mr. Sunny was a real lifeguard or not. I ran to the water, jumped in, and swam out to Mr. Sunny. He was even heavier than Andrea. Somehow I managed to drag him to the beach. "He's not breathing," Michael said. "Give a mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, AJ," said Ryan. "Why do I always have to be the one to do it?" I asked. "He could die, Arlo," Andrea shouted. So I knelt down next to Mr. Sunny, tilted his head back, and pinched his nostrils shut. Then I leaned over and put my mouth over his and blew air into it. Ugh, disgusting. I thought I was going to die. "Glub, glub," Mr. Sunny said. Then he spit out some water and opened his eyes. "Thanks, dude. You saved my life." "Ooh," Ryan said. "AJ and Mr. Sunny were kissing. They must be in love. When are you going to get married?" asked Michael. "Boys are dumbheads," said Andrea. All right, that's chapter 12. You ready for chapter 13? It's titled, "And the Winner Is..." Here we go. "Hey, look," somebody shouted. "The judge for the sandcastle contest is coming." A guy wearing a tuxedo and one of those tall Abraham Lincoln hats was looking at somebody's sandcastle down the beach. He was taking pictures of it and writing on a clipboard. We all ran over to Mr. Sunny. "This is awesome," I told Mr. Sunny. "You're sure to win the contest, dude." "I'm glad I put up this fence so nobody could damage my centerpiece," Mr. Sunny said. At that moment, the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. "Look, up in the sky," Andrea shouted. "It's a bird," Michael shouted. "It's a plane," Neil shouted. "No, it's somebody parasailing," I shouted. "It's Mr. Granite," Ryan shouted. Sure enough, that crazy Australian long-distance swimming sand monster zombie guy was flying through the air with a parachute on his back. A boat on the water pulled him. And here's Jim's picture of Mr. Granite. parasailing. Okay. He's flying pretty low, Andrea said. I hope he doesn't get hurt. Mr. Granite flew right over our heads. Help! Help! He shouted. I can't control this thing. Mr. Granite was swooping back and forth, up and down. It looked like he might slam into the beach. Watch out! Somebody yelled. Run for your lives! Shouted Neil the nude kid. Suddenly, Mr. Granite started dive bombing towards the ground. He was right over our heads. We dived to get out of the way. Oh no! Yelled Mr. Sunny. He's going to hit... Mr. Sunny never got the chance to finish his sentence because at that moment, Mr. Granite landed right on top of Mr. Sunny's sandcastle. Here's Jim's picture of what happened. Uh-oh. Bam! Mr. Granite crushed it. I mean, it was totally flattened. Mr. Sunny's amazing sandcastle looked like a big pile of sand again, with a pair of feet sticking out of the top. Wow, everybody said, which is Mom upside down. We got to see it live and in person. My centerpiece is ruined, Mr. Sunny screamed. Now I can't go to France to study sand sculpture. My life is over. Mr. Sunny went running down the beach, shouting a bunch of French words that I didn't understand. He seemed pretty upset. I couldn't blame him. I'd be upset too if a shark chased me around and I almost drowned and some nutty parasailer crushed my totally awesome sandcastle. But then, stuff like that happens all the time, you know. We were standing in front of Mr. Sunny's pile of sand when the judge with the tall Abraham Lincoln hat came over. Excuse me, he said. I heard there is a really amazing sandcastle around here, but I don't see it. Can you tell me where it is? All right, that's chapter 13. All right, now it's time for chapter 14, the big surprise ending that will completely shock you unless you already guessed it. And if you've been following along, you certainly know what the big surprise ending is. The judge left, and we all helped Mr. Granite crawl out from the pile of sand. He brushed off his pants. Here's Jim's picture of Mr. Granite after he landed on Mr. Sunny's sandcastle. Are you okay? We all asked. Yes, I believe I am okay, Mr. Granite said. Certainly I am lucky this sandcastle was here to cushion my fall. Maybe you better go back to Australia, I told him. Mr. Sunny is really mad. He might try to beat you up. I cannot leave, Mr. Granite said. I need to stay here for at least a year. Why? Ryan asked. I got a job in America, mate, he replied. What do you do? Asked Andrea. I'm a teacher, Mr. Granite said. Oh, really? Asked Andrea. What grade? I teach 3rd grade, Mr. Granite said. Hey, we're going into 3rd grade in September, Michael said. What school will you be teaching at? Asked Neil. It has an odd name, Mr. Granite told us. It's called Elementary School. What? That's our school, I said. You're going to be our teacher? Oh no, we all shouted. Maybe Mr. Granite will be better at teaching than he is at parasailing. Maybe he'll stop popping up in weird places for no reason. Maybe Mr. Sunny will stop talking to sand and learn how to swim. Maybe he'll build a new sandcastle. Maybe Andrea will stop talking that Shakespeare talk. Maybe she'll fall in love with some other lifeguard and stop annoying me. Maybe that shark will come back and try to eat Andrea's pizza in her stomach. Maybe people will stop drowning so I won't have to give them mouth-to-mouth resuscitation anymore. Maybe the guys will stop teasing me about being in love with Andrea. Maybe I'll make it through the rest of the summer without any other weird things happening. But, and read the last sentence with me, you guys, it won't be easy. We did it. We finished the book. Not only did we finish this book, but we finished 20 books together, you guys. 20 books, yes. That means we have one more to go. Next week, one more book to read. And I know what it's going to be. And I could tell you right now what it's going to be. But I'm not going to. I'm going to tell you on Monday morning. And I'll tell you one thing about it. This is going to be very special. So tell all your friends you don't want to miss this on Monday. Okay? All right. Till then, let's do our joke of the day. Okay? Our joke of the day is this one. How do you get down off an elephant? How do you get down off an elephant? You don't get down off an elephant. You get down off a goose. Get it? Down off a goose. All right. Let's thank Josh Salzman and Ryan Cunningham for our wonderful theme song. And stop staring at the screen, okay? You know what we're going to do now, right? Do it with me.
My weird school, I'm AJ and my school's a mess. My weird school, before a school is fun, I guess. My weird school, where art is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. Where yummers and bonkers, and Miss Daisy is crazy, Miss Cody is loading, and this lady is zany, and then there's a principal, his name is Mr. Klutz.
And man, oh man, is that man nuts?
My weird school, a million hundred hours long. My weird school, where normal things do not belong. My weird school, where art is cool, and the teachers are strange as a rule. And my weird school, oh yeah, it's my weird school.
All right, you guys, have a fantastic weekend, okay? I will see you on Monday. And wash your hands like crazy. Wear your mask if you go outside in large groups of people this weekend. And read like crazy too. I'll see you Monday, okay? Very, very special on Monday.